Now, I have one very simple question for you. Are you ready? Are you ready for a transformation like no other? Well, that might be egging it on a little bit, but my girl Ruby here, the toy poodle, has come in for a little bit of a different haircut today. We trim her usually in that sort of teddy bear trim. It's nice and cute, and a lot of people like it, but today we're going for that essence, the poodle, if you will. We're going to give that more poodle trim. So we're going to take the nose nice and short, but this is where things are a little bit different. So we're not going to go as short as you typically do on a poodle, which if I was going to do a proper poodle trim, I might do a 10 blade in reverse. However, I'm going to use my 5F blade. Yeah, that's right. We're getting all in on the detail today. We're getting sexy. I'm talking dirty to you. That's what I'm doing. We're going to use our 5F blade when I trim that nose to get her looking oh so cute, but also it's not as harsh a look as what you might expect from Poodle. Oh, I'm clipping her butthole. Yeah, that did just happen, because sometimes you get knots, sometimes you get tangles, and sometimes, oh, the glamorous life of grooming, you do find clumps of poo. Now, Ruby here is one of those dogs who gets so excited to come in, and I love it. I absolutely love it when the dogs come in all excited, because let's be honest, I mean, you might not know, but as dog groomers, a lot of the dogs don't particularly love the experience, especially if they've had a bad experience elsewhere in the past. But she is one girl who comes in all excited, tapping her toes, wiggling her bum, and it's just absolutely brilliant. And as I said today, we're making her look a little bit more like a poodle. Did you know, traditionally, poodles, when they've got that funky trim, when they look got like a big bouffon on their chest, on top of their head, and like little bits all over their body, but bits of it are clipped, that actually has a reason. And the reason is, back in the day, you would send a poodle out to go and retrieve ducks that had been shot in the water, and this coat, which it was, would protect their vital organs, but then the clipped areas would make them a little bit more streamlined in the water to make it a little bit easier. So you'd have the big sort of load of coat around their chest, because that would keep their hard lungs warm, and you have the bit over their kidneys, and then pretty much the rest of it would be trimmed. But then this has turned into some pretty flamboyant grooming experiences now. One thing I'm not personally a big fan with when it comes to the poodle groom is the clipped feet. It kind of looks like you've got some claws at the bottom, especially if you've got little pom-poms above it or big bushy legs. However, I don't have any poodles that want the clipped feet, which is, to me, I think that's a bit of a blessing. But I don't mind doing it if people really do want it, but I just think, oof, oof. That's what I feel about it. I don't know how you'd spell that, but yeah, I'm not too into it. Delving back into the detail here, I'm using my 5F blade on her body. And actually, you might notice I kind of look at her a bit like, oh, what am I doing here? Because the light from above actually made it look like I was going far too short. So I had to check I did have the correct blade on. I was scared I was using my 10 blade, which would have been very short. But in fact, it was just the lighting, and she didn't look too bad after all. So yeah, I've done my 5F blade all over that body from the, well, not quite the occiput, just a little bit below the occiput, which is like the bone at the back of the head, down the top line of her body towards the base of her tail, round the sides. And then once I've done that, I'm going to trim those toes, because I want them to look nice and neat. A lovely round finish is what I'm looking for here. And then once I've trimmed those toes, I can then begin to trim those legs, because what I like to do is trim the leg into the foot, because how do you know where to trim the leg to if you haven't trimmed your feet? That's all I'm saying. I mean, I'm not gonna judge. I'm not gonna judge, but that's all I'm saying. How do you know? How do you know? But yes, that's what I've done. I trimmed the toes, and then I trimmed the legs into it, taking the legs down with a 30 blade and my attachment comb 3. And because we all know that giving a scissor finish is always the nice thing to do, because it does make it look a little bit better. Yeah, that's right. I don't know what's got into me today. I'm a little bit into it. I'm a little bit excited. Maybe it's because it's my birthday. Yeah, happy birthday, me. Well, it's not actually my birthday today. It's my birthday tomorrow. But if you want to wish me a happy birthday, I'm gonna give you a love heart in the comments. That's for sure. Anyway, this is the moment of truth. We are trimming down that nose. We're gonna poodle this girl. We're poodling. That's the verb. We're poodling this girl. We'd taken her nose down, and which actually was also very good because she had a few knots in there, which would have looked a bit like I was cutting loads of holes out of her if I trimmed them out but left it into a teddy bear trim. So it was good that we could clip them down. I then used my blending scissors around those eyes just to get them neat. And then I've got an attachment comb 5 over my 30 blade to take down that head. This is not a big bouffon which you might expect on a poodle. This is just a nice, cute, neat one. And just look at her. We're just shaping it into her, and she just looks amazing. She so pulls it off. She's got some quite voluminous ears there, so we trim them down. And look at her. Oh my goodness, Ruby, you are one stunning girl. And let's be honest, we're gonna finish with some kisses because that's what we like. Oh yeah. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this one, I would really appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, and comment. And I will love you forever. See you on the next one. Bye!